Hello, World Wide Web. Welcome back to the Hangin With Web Show. I'm GW Pomichter. Thanks for logging on and tuning in. If you haven't done it yet, go on down and hit subscribe. We'll wait. And that's it. You hit the button. Go ahead, commit, subscribe. Come back over and over again. See some amazing authors, artists, filmmakers, comic creators. You name it, it's here on the Hangin With Web Show. We are at ICCon in Cocoa, Florida, hosted by Terrence Baker in the Independent Creators Connection, and we're hanging with author Robert Thompson, the author of Dangerous Rivalries and so much other work. You know, Robert, thanks for hanging with us. We really appreciate it. How are you?
Excellent.
Excellent. Okay, well, I'll tell you what, let's talk a little bit about Dangerous Rivalries. Tell me about the story. Tell me what inspired you to write this.
I watch a lot of forensic files. It's a crime drama. I'm really fascinated. Every night before I go to sleep, I watch a lot of forensic files on HLN, and I love crime. I love crime, and it's just interesting why people would do the things they do in life. And Dangerous Rivalries is about a guy who loses his sister, and he goes crazy. He defies everything and goes after the man who killed his sister. Wow. He's a CIA agent, and he does all things that no one wouldn't do. He's like a grieving brother. Okay. What inspired? When did you start writing? When did you become a writer? When I was 15 years old. When I was 10 years old, I grew up with a speech impediment. Okay. And reading, I found reading was a good thing to do, so I used to read a lot of books. When I was 15, I became fascinated with writing and started writing notebook on stories and stuff. And I wanted to combat my speech impediment and learn how to read. With that, I found writing because I found out I had this wonderful imagination of stories because I grew up on so much science fiction when I was a kid. Okay. Ever since I was 10. And just a lifelong passion for the genre? Yeah. Okay. Now, what drew you into crime stories? What really pulls you in about forensics and crime books? It's interesting how they bust these people and how crazy they are. They jeopardize their lives for. Why would someone do that when they have everything so good? How, when you're writing your characters, how does that passion for that kind of character play into your writing? Does it make it easier for you? Yeah, I sometimes base my characters on my life story the last 50 years. Last 50 years I've been basing my character on people that I know and things I've done. Okay, fantastic. Now, you have a new book, Past Living, Twisted Time. It's a time travel novel. So, tell us a little bit about that book. Right now, it's a work in progress at home. Me and the wife, my artist, my other half is her name is Kimberly Thompson, and she's going to be doing the cover art, and she's my reader. Right now I'm editing 21 chapters. When I go out there, it's a time travel story about a man who must save his girlfriend from being murdered. Okay. And it's kind of crazy. It's a twisted time travel. It's like a roller coaster ride. Once you get on, you just can't get off. And it's a big project, and I'm taking my time right now. I'm going to have it done by end of the year. I have a self-publishing company, which is Book Fuel, which I'm going to set up with. They're going to set me up and get me going. It'll probably be ready sometime next year. Okay, fantastic. We'll be looking for that. And so you've got a lot of work over there that we saw on your bio when we were looking you up. So what's your favorite story that you've written? What's your favorite story?
every story is like a new child. So who's your favorite child? What's your favorite story?
My favorite is Visitor Risk Takers.
Visitor Risk Takers. Okay, tell us about that one.
It's about two brothers go looking. It's a nostalgia novel set in the summer of 1982. I'm very fond of the 80s. I write things about the 80s. The 80s blows my mind. It's all about these two brothers go looking for their father and their friends in the swamp, and they find two humanoid princesses and they end up falling in love with them. It's like a sci-fi fantasy. All
right, fantastic. Where can readers find you next? What event will you be at? Will you be at any book signings? Anything coming up down the road for you?
No, I'm just kind of local in the area. I live in the Melbourne area, and I work from home a lot. I usually go to the conventions or writers' conferences just to get my work out.
Okay, fantastic. Oh, Lord. Wow, that went fast. That's my shut up card, so I guess I'm going to shut up. Listen, so as we do, though, we want to thank our partners and our friends, the people who help share our authors and our creators all over the World Wide Web. We want to thank Something Unique Magazine, Space Coast Comics, Wordfire Press, Famous Faces and Funnies, and our brand new friends over at Off the Chain Radio with author Yvonne Mason. I'm GW Pomichter. We are at ICCCon3, hosted by Terrence Baker and the Independent Creators Connection. We have been here hanging with author Robert Thompson, the author of Dangerous Rivalries, and what was the book we just talked about?
The Past Living.
The Past Living.
And it will be out sometime next year. Right now, it's a work in progress, but it's going to be awesome.
We're going to put some links down below so you can find Robert online. Remember, folks, subscribe, log on, tune in, and see who we're hanging with next.